Hi Year 12. This is just a little video for those of you who prefer to listen to somebody telling you about your notification. So this is for the Mathematics Standard 2 course, your assessment task that will be in place of your trial. So date of the task. You have an assignment and you have also a consolidation test, 1 hour only. Your assignment is due on Friday the 3rd of September, that's in week 8. At 3:05 p.m. I'll go over that in a little bit more in detail later. The consolidation task will take place online on Thursday the 2nd of September, so the day before it's due, the assignment, and during period 2, that would be our normal standard maths period. Even though you don't have any lessons, we just thought we'd do that just so you know when maths normally is. So your notification date is Friday the 13th of August. This is still weighted at 30%, and you will have all topics on this particular task from Year 11 and Year 12. It is a hand-in assignment and also a 1 hour consolidation task. You've got 3 weeks to do your assignment, and you also have, I strongly suggest you do all of your assignment and use that as part of your study for the consolidation task. Your consolidation task will be made up of not the exact same questions as what's in the assignment, but they will be on the same topics and they will be roughly the same concepts, okay? But don't expect exactly the same questions. Here are your HSC outcomes. You are being tested on everything, so you'll notice you have all of your HSC outcomes listed there. Task description. So hopefully by now you understand that you have an assignment that has to be submitted online and a 1 hour consolidation in class timed test. Okay, I'll go over that in a little bit more. I think most of that is fairly straightforward. The task covers all content of the Mathematics Standard 2 course, which has been covered to date, which is everything. In this task, you'll be assessed on your ability to interpret and solve a variety of familiar and unfamiliar problems across the content areas examined. And your marking criteria, you will be provided with feedback through annotations to your test scripts and a copy of the marking guidelines when the task is returned. Okay, so to the detailed instructions, and we're going to go over this, and I'm going to give you the weekend to mull all this over. And then we'll have some Zooms and discussions on Monday. So your assignment. So on Friday, that's today, you will receive a digital copy of the assignment. You're going to have 3 weeks to complete the assignment. It's highly recommended that students use this assignment as a study tool to help them effectively prepare for the 1 hour consolidation task. So in other words, don't leave this assignment till the Friday after this test, because you're shooting yourself in the foot. Number 2, you do not have to print a copy of the assignment. You can if you want to, but you don't have to, okay? Students will be expected to write all solutions with complete working out, including any working out for your multiple choice questions, on your own paper. If you want to print out a copy, you can just do it straight on there. There's plenty of room for you to do that there as well. So if you're doing it on paper, and even if you're doing it on a printed copy, because obviously you're going to have to scan each of the pages, and I'm asking you to put your name on every page, because the scan may come up separately, and if we need to run them off when we go back to school to actually mark this particular assignment, it would be helpful to have your name on every page. So if you could do that, that would be great. Have your name on every new piece of paper. All sections and questions must be clearly labelled. So if you do section 1, question 1, I want to see section 1, question 1. Okay? And then when you go on to question 2, if it's still in section 1, you just write 2 underneath. You don't have to keep writing section 1, question 2, section 1, question 3. Section 1 once at the top, and then all the question numbers underneath. Now, can't say it again as much, but you must show your working. Now, because you're scanning, the best thing to scan is obviously black pen. Light coloured pens won't work, and red pens don't always work very well. So please, can you make sure that it's handwritten and you're using black pen? Okay? So no typing. Really don't want typing, want handwritten, please. If you've got a special provision and you need that for your handwriting, don't worry, you will be exempt and we will work on that over the weekend. Okay, we will figure that out. Number 3, your completed assignment work will need to be scanned and uploaded to Google Classroom on Friday, the 3rd of September by 3:05 p.m. Now, photos aren't acceptable because we might not be able to print out a photo. Okay, so you need to have a scanner. If you don't have a scanner at home, there are plenty of scanning apps on your phone or on your iPad if you still have one that works. If you even have an iPad that you can write straight onto, you are allowed to do that. And if you would like to learn how to do that because you have that device or feature, talk to Mrs. King, that's me, and I will show you how to do that. So if you don't have that, you will need to download a scanning app. Now, Mr. Elias, Abby Elias, uses Cam Scanner with a lot of his classes. He says it's free, and you can download that from the App Store or Google Play. Now, make sure you don't press the costing section because it actually is free. You've just got to close all the pop-ups where they talk about cost and you'll get to the free section, okay? All right, so your teacher will ask you to download this to your device as soon as possible. That's the Cam Scanner or other scannable app if you wish to not use Cam Scanner, and go through how to use it during week 5. Now, I've uploaded a video to today's box that Mr. Abby Elias has nicely done for us, and it shows you how to use it. Okay, so try and go through that video, and I strongly advise, and I'm going to ask everybody to test it out before the end of week 6. Okay, even if you just write a piece of paper and write on it test, okay, and you scan it and you try and upload it to Google Classroom, and then your teacher can say, yep, it worked, beautiful. Okay, so it's strongly advised that all students test this scanning process before the hand-in date, okay, so that we don't have any issues. All right, consolidation task. So you'll be working on your assignment, hopefully for 2.5 weeks, and then on Thursday the 2nd, during our normal period 2 maths class, you will be doing a consolidation task. Now, this is timed. Okay, if you don't know, Google Classroom, we can actually schedule that to open at a certain time. You may have noticed that. And then we're going to be putting this on a Google form. So you're going to be able to open that Google form, and I'll go through that in a little bit more detail in a moment, and that can actually shut off at a certain time. Now, anyone with special provisions will have a different shut-off time, obviously, so they'll have a different box. So please don't panic if you think that's going to be you and you're going to miss out. You won't miss out, I promise. I've thought about you already. So number 1 says, before the task starting time, prepare yourself by having the following items ready. So get everything ready. You know, 2:45, have everything ready. 9:45, have your pens, your calculator, your ruler, your blank paper, your computer or your device with Google Classroom open. Have your phone, your iPad charged with Cam Scanner ready to go. Okay, please don't download it 9 o'clock that morning. Right, you may use the NESA 2020 HSC mathematics reference sheet. I've also included that in today's box. Okay, so you can use that throughout the whole time. Now remember, you're allowed to use whatever notes you need. Okay, you're allowed to use your textbook. You're allowed to use notes to try and work out these answers. That is allowed. Okay, you can use whatever you like. All right, but I really want it to be your own work, please. So really, you should be trying to figure this out for yourself. Your own work, please. Okay, so, yep, all right. Students will receive a digital copy of the task scheduled through their Google Classroom at 9:55 via a Google form. Okay, now this form will close after 1 hour. We want you to write your answers on paper. We probably won't leave you any room to write your answers on the Google form. I will give you that in more detail when I know that for sure. But we need all of your working out and all of your answers on paper, which you will then scan, and that's what we're going to mark. Okay? All right. Now, God forbid something happens, like me, ran out of data last week and the power went off. If you have any power or technical issues, that's my mobile phone number, okay? I'd like you to call me and let me know straight away so we can figure out what to do, all right? All right, number 2, an assignment link, so that's what we set it as in Google Classroom, teachers do, for the consolidation task submission. It will go live at 9:55 on Google Classroom. I will also have a Zoom link, all your teachers will, that will go live at 9:50, okay? So that you can talk to your teachers before this actually opens up, in case you have any questions. So there will be somebody there the whole time, okay? So you're going to open the Zoom link as provided on Google Classroom. It will probably be in the stream, Okay, and then the other section will be scheduled in an assignment. So they will be in different boxes, so don't panic. You may keep your microphone off while you're doing the test, but we do still need to supervise you. So I'm going to have to ask you that you keep your video on. Okay, so we're going to make sure you're not wandering off and, I don't know, getting somebody else in to do the paper for you. Okay, all right. So, but your video must be on so I can check in on you and that you are prepared before the task and so that you can be supervised during the task. Yeah, so your older brother and sister can't come in and do the task for you. Number 3, students will receive a digital copy of the task scheduled through their Google Classroom and will go live at 9:55. I think we've already said that, but we'll just say it again. The form will close after 1 hour. Special provisions, don't worry, you'll get your extra time. You're to enter your answers only on the Google form. Now, we'll figure out whether we're going to do that at the moment, so don't worry too much about that. But you must show all working out on paper because that's what we're going to mark in the end. You may ask your teacher clarification questions while you're on Zoom, and we will help you to keep time, okay? Please don't ask us how to do it because you know we can't do that, okay? If you don't understand what a word means, something like that, we can help you, okay? But otherwise, you should have all your notes and your assignment there as well, so you can use any of that, okay? Including your textbook, including your formula sheet. So when the time is expired, you'll notice that because the Google form will shut down, you're going to have 10 minutes to scan your working, okay? So using your cam scanner or any other thing, and we're going to stay on the Zoom link so that we can clarify and confirm that we have received your task with the working out. Okay, so you're going to stay on Zoom and then we're going to say, yep, we've just received it, and we're going to open up and double check that we've received everything. So you might even want to count how many pages so that we know that all those pages have come in, things like that. I'll tell the teachers to do that. And then that's it. Okay, so good luck. Mull this over the weekend. Don't panic too much. And have a look at it. If you think of any questions, write it in the comment section of this particular box, and we will Zoom on Monday for anyone who still has issues and they don't know what to do. Okay? Thanks so much, Year 12. Bye-bye.